Chocolate donuts.
That's Beth. That's Beth. That's Beth. Didn't really kid him. That is Beth.
She left it.
Yeah.
What she left?
Chocolate donuts for us.
Oh yeah. Was it?
She's a proper South Yorkshire girl, doesn't she? She brings donuts.
Yeah. With
Chummy ones and chocolate ones.
And she'll have crisps as well. I probably don't do any crisps.
so we've had plenty of cake, haven't we?
Yeah.
Plenty of cake,
I've had a
coffee
piece of
cake, parking, donuts,
Coffee cake.
coffee
There's
cake,
cupcakes, rolls in there.
cupcakes,
Macaroons you want?
macaronis as well.
Sweet toast.
Yeah. So, let's have a debrief of what we've got tonight.
What we got? Better get my paperwork.
I didn't write anything down.
It's on film.
I'm on camera.
So,
Most of it will be the same because we've worked together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Jane Brown
Oh.
maid.
The maid.
Jean.
Jane.
Brown.
Jane.
Made in 1808. Had 3 children. And lived in 2 rooms as a family.
In the cottage side, weren't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was married to a gentleman who was also a servant. She was aged 61 when she last was here in the building. Then the master came through and basically told her to leave.
Yeah.
So she left. And then he said, and another one.
I think they were telling us to go.
Do you?
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
my
you-
house, get out.
Yeah, she was telling us to get out, well, telling us to leave, weren't you?
Yeah.
Obviously this one's best. There was some circles for tunnels.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah.
Boy and a girl or maybe whatever
Yeah.
kids have got murdered
2 murdered in the tunnels. in
by a
Wath.
stranger, weren't they?
What tunnels are they?
I don't
Don't
know,
know,
there's
there's
some down there.
We know there's them culverts, right? But
Yeah, I don't think it's the culverts, there's something else as well,
Yeah,
some
we were
other
reading
tunnel.
up on it, and there's
trying to
a
work it out.
tunnel that goes all the way from right through to Barnsley, right through here, and bricked it all up, but inside it is still hollow. And there's 2 smaller tunnels as well, and
could
we've only
that
just
do
recently
with
fenced
pit?
one off.
That bit to do with the pit.
One was, the other's trains. It was a train track that ran all the way through the
Well,
tunnels.
it'd be to do with pit though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Cane coal.
Yeah.
That's interesting then because they told us about the tunnels, we didn't know.
No,
Well, we knew there's some out.
I didn't know there were
Nothing
any
about.
tunnels.
So could it be railway tunnels then, and
Yeah.
not tunnels that are down there?
No,
Cool.
railway tunnel and all that.
Sounds interesting.
Be nice
And where
to
did
get
those
out
tunnels
of
go
it.
to? Did you say Hull?
It was between all through Barnsley and right through Yorkshire, this
Wow.
tunnel. Quite
Right.
a long one.
It's really good that. I thought we were into that.
And there were 2 smaller tunnels as well that run alongside it.
So
Yeah.
I've got exactly the same as you.
Like service tunnels,
Yeah.
like they do for
Possibly.
tunnels.
Because I thought it might have been the tunnels where you're supposed to be able to walk through. Steve told us last time when we were here, but there's some tunnels. You just go down there over thingy and walk down.
Right.
So I wonder if he could be. Can't talk about those culverts where we went to over.
Not long enough.
No.
Because that's the only thing I could see that's down there that is you can walk
Yeah,
through.
cross-
See, these you can't, it's all filled in at either end, but the
Yeah.
tunnel's still there. And then it said that these 1900 something, the other 2 small tunnels have just had a recently put a fence over so you can't go in them.
Right.
On that, down that road, you know where we got into the culverts, like,
Yeah.
if we'd gone down that road, it leads to that bridge that goes over the fast road, like, you know, over into wetlands.
Yeah.
The wetlands is where Wath Main was.
Right.
Main colliery.
Wath Main Colliery, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe there's path underground there, you don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
It's interesting.
What else did you get?
Right, well, I'm just going off Beth's stuff. Top at stairs, she had some dowsing rods, K2 meter, cameras, we had the
Necrometer.
yeah, cat balls, and obviously I know dowsing rods were going round and round and round, the K2s were on the windowsill, they were going off.
Yeah.
Flashy ball went off on that, whatever that, I don't know.
Podium wooden thing.
Whatever that thing was,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
thing went off on that. You got something to do with it, well, about ceilings, the ceiling thing, weren't we?
Yeah.
With the word.
That's the ceiling.
Yeah, it come out with the word for the ceiling, didn't
Word,
it?
I can't remember what it were now.
Canto something, wasn't it?
Constant. Oh,
I can't remember.
Thingy, Bev looked it up, didn't she?
Yeah.
Word,
It meant
oh,
to
there's a,
envy or to admire. And we were all admiring it, weren't we?
Yeah.
yeah, so that was an old word, weren't it?
Mm.
Apparently there was a hot patch appeared above John on your infrared thermal
I
camera
think I don't
thing.
think that was paranormal. I think
I don't think
Well, we don't know, but
I think it was just
Beth
the
noticed it with her.
corner. It was 16. Well, it fluctuated between 15, 16, and 17 degrees Celsius. So I think it was just a warm spot at building.
possibly, but she's popped it down anyway, so at least she's got that. We heard a banging, I heard a couple of bangs and a voice because I got my back to the doorway. She's got that down. And we went in and had a look. And obviously Beth were hearing the same noises what I were hearing.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
had
from upstairs.
bangs as
Me and
well.
you went in.
Yeah,
And you both saw that shadow, didn't you?
You thought you
Yeah.
saw a shadow.
top of the stairs.
Another one.
The flash ball went off,
Yeah.
and then because they were facing away backwards, in my
Sweat.
peripheral, it just went dark. It's those me walk past your camera.
Oddly enough though, even though it's not picked it up, something set that ball off.
Yeah,
And why did you saw something, then the ball went off, so
yeah,
did you just hear that noise then?
yeah. Just heard something on here.
I heard it from this side. Maybe
So
there's lots of noises we're hearing around here, aren't we?
and then heard the door when we went to do that Ouija board,
Yes,
Oh,
yes
yeah.
we did.
and that door shut.
That was like a slam.
Yeah, but I thought just two old. Have you seen those two old toilets up there?
Upstairs,
Look
yeah.
like 1940s with tiles.
Yeah, I did see
Well,
that.
that's where I went to check, and I opened the woman's side door,
I looked in both.
and then and then let it shut, and it sounded like that.
Right.
Well, Summit slammed a door and we were
Yeah.
all together. So Summit did something.
That's where we had William Andrews through the Ouija
Yeah.
board.
Yeah,
So that was 1863. He said he lived alone, he worked at the ironworks, he was an engineer, and they created bathtubs. We've done a little bit of research in that era, that sort of thing that were produced.
yeah,
And you got it from one of the places in Barnsley,
Yeah.
produced it. Can't really work out exactly what he was saying because he was trying to tell us the company name, but
well,
Marianne's found it. She's found a company that did that in that era. So she's
Yeah,
found.
between 1860s and 1900s, it was
Yeah.
the boom on baths
yeah,
So Marianne's actually found that.
in the bars.
Even though we couldn't quite work out what it were like crummers or something, we couldn't work it out.
crawl.
Yeah. So we asked him what was his last memory year wise, and he said 1863. Time about 6 p.m. he can remember.
Yeah,
And he says he was happy and he were okay.
Never married.
No. I've got here.
So
Don't
that were
knows.
that were tin baths that he made, weren't it? Gone.
Iron ones. Iron. They did the iron baths.
Rolled iron baths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It were that era. There is a place called Cromer. It's a seaside town, but obviously planchette sticking. We don't quite know what he was trying to say there.
I wonder if that's where it came from.
Possibly, it's a seaside place because I googled it. So it does exist, and there is a Cromer Streets, Cromer Drives, Cromer Lanes. So it is a name. It's a name. So it is something. So that were good. And me and Marianne's been in. We've decided it's a ladies' parlour.
Yeah.
Sewing room. That's what we
Sewing
did.
room, we all like coming in.
Yeah, that's what we decided. Whether it is or not, we don't know. We got the K2 going off, and it actually went on command. You said something, and it went, boom.
Yeah.
We asked it to do more, and it did more. Flashy ball went off.
Oh, yeah.
Then when Marianne says, I've just heard a man's voice, says something, and then off at S-Box, the man's voice went, and what did I say? It were cocky, and what did I say?
Yeah.
So that were a bit funny, wasn't it?
Well,
then we followed you down into Salah.
Yeah, well, what do you call it? We was in the cellar's kitchen. What looked like the flooded cellar, and we didn't really get no activity. But John said he could hear somebody talking upstairs.
Oh, that's murmuring.
Murmuring.
Like woman's voice is murmuring. And
So-
you were right, already. So
Well, right at the other end of the building.
So from over that
We couldn't
way
hear you.
over to here.
We couldn't hear you talking, so I doubt you'd be able to hear us. We had S-Box on for a bit, but we turned that off. And then when we said, can you make a noise, we heard a noise that were like down here.
Yeah.
And then we said, can you do it again? There were another noise. Then we had footsteps. And then you two come up. So it was just before you came up, we were hearing noises.
Yeah.
Where around this area,
Yeah.
this end of building. I don't think it was you though, because
Yeah. Well, we were right down the bottom of
The
tunnel.
noise that we heard were a while before we came
yeah,
up.
because there were a gap in between with the footsteps, and there were a gap, and then we heard John's voice and Martin's voice, and then we heard you come in.
Yeah.
So it was like there were a gap, wasn't there? And it did a few things on command really. When you said something, I can't remember what you said. I know I've got it on videos. But you said something to Kate, and K2 went boom like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know we're asking it to go up to other colours.
Colours it did it, didn't it?
Then we went to
Yeah.
cellars down here, and then we all heard.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded like women.
I heard the women talking.
Yeah.
I was telling Marianne when we come up, I'd zoned out when we were down there.
Yeah.
I were in London, odd me, I were gone. And I was like, listening, I could hear women, like, singing. And then it was like when you said, can you hear voices to women singing? Like, brought me back in room sort of thing, but I don't heard him, just like a couple of bars of singing.
See, originally I thought it was singing, then I heard talking.
And then I couldn't hear anything
Unless it
after
could
that.
have been both talking and singing.
Yeah.
But after that, as soon as you drew attention to talking, I couldn't hear anything after that. Which is weird. So it remains to be seen what we've got on our videos.
that's the one I can't wait to
Because
see.
because we were saying, you know, if we can't hear you now speak, we'll hear you later.
Because I've got that camera off stairs and that, you know, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I do think, I don't know if you've had the same. you
well,
have.
sure, keep on yawning.
I
We'll
can see
do
if
it
you
come
see,
5 o'clock in the
see
morning.
things that corner of your eye a little bit.
Mm.
I had a lot of
Yeah.
that tonight.
I am.
Even when I went down to the toilet and come back through, I thought I saw something.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, is that just my reflection in the mirror, the
Yeah.
glass?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So what
I
was?
do feel like we've been a bit shy, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what were your best part about tonight then, Marion?
I'd have to say that when we went in that ladies' room, when we got it on command, the
Yeah.
actual K2 meter going and yeah,
It kind of did, it
Good
responded
that.
to...
What were yours, John?
I think it was that, when I heard their voices,
Yeah.
those...
Yours, Diane?
Well, when I were upstairs sat, I know Marianne scooted out at the road, she left me to it. I could hear voices behind me. Where we, you know, from where we did Ouija board later on. And I heard banging there, and then obviously me and Marianne went in there and we got things on command. So that was pretty good. And a voice, you've got your voice chatting, talking back to you.
So mine was...
What did I say?
Yeah.
Mine was probably that light. Well, there's three things with me, with that light and then the flashy ball going off, and then that banging of the door, which I believe it could have been that toilet door for the females.
That were a good one.
And the voice when we were in the cellar, because I didn't hear when John heard the voices from that way, but I heard them from down this one, and to me it did sound like women talking. So
It's funny how all three of us now have heard them women talking.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Might be that.
See, when I were upstairs and I heard a voice when I was sat in that doorway, because I put my camera behind me and I was facing, doing what you know, joining in with you a lot. It was a man's voice, I heard. But I couldn't work out what it said. And there were a bang as well. And then obviously you heard that other bang and we went in and had a look.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Nothing definitive as such, but...
Yeah, well, not got much. We haven't got much activity.
No, it's not definitive, is it?
It's what they call it. We haven't got much activity on equipment, but I think we may have, do you know, hearing voices, EVPs and things like that. Even though if we've not picked them up on camera, we've heard them ourselves with his own ears.
Yeah.
So
Having quite a good night.
yeah, I think it's been quite good. I'd like to find more about those tunnels though. See if there's anything with regards to any deaths around here with children in tunnels murdered.
That would be interesting.
Well, we started looking and
there.
there's been hundreds of deaths in Wath with the pits and everything.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, it could have been down the pits because they take kids down, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, it was the fact that he was making the circles dark circles.
Yeah, that could be a possibility because in Victorian days, kids left school about 9 years old, didn't they? And then they went down to work in pits.
Yeah.
From there, maybe.
Imagine, I thought those K2 meters going off on the windowsill were interesting. Because a funny place to put them.
Yeah.
Don't know engineer or anything.
No. My phone was down here. Your phone was down here.
My phone was here.
Yeah. Best, I think, were down here. Your phone's...
Well, mine, you were using my phone. Maybe I don't know. Should we necrometer?
But that one well away from there.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's interesting, that. Very interesting.
So when about asking about William, you got William Andrew. There's a plaque outside to William Waddington, who used to live here. I'm not sure if he was the doctor.
Waddington.
Yeah, and he tried saving. He tried saving a lady in river, and he drowned. Yeah. So I did write Waddington on my phone in Google search. You know when he says write it down, so when I didn't open the paper, I was hoping that.
Or in that Bay Biscay.
I don't know.
There's a part of what was the canal that was opened out into a big
basin.
Big basin, like where I think they used to pull boats in there. Because there was that brewery down here, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Just when we walked down there were
So because the people who owned this at the brewery, didn't they? Was it Whitbreads?
Something like that.
I'm sure it's Whitbreads. But when we went to Tesco's, there's a road called
Brewery Lane,
Brewery Road. So I wonder if the brewery could have.
There was a brewery around there, yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's where the brewery was.
Canal running this side of it, and then
Yeah.
brewery were on the other side.
So the people who own this house, they own the brewery as well. It's on that plaque on that
Is it?
documents on
I
there.
deliberately haven't read it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't
Well,
know.
I started looking at it and I saw wheat bread. I'm sure it's wheat bread. And then I thought, no, I'm not going to call it. See if we get anything through with regards
I've
to it.
deliberately not read.
I haven't read that.
So
Took pictures to look
I've
at.
looked at the kids' pictures and what they've done, and the lady that does the photography. I've looked at things like that. Her pictures, what she's took.
Nice.
Yeah, very good. And bits and pieces like the outlay of where the cottages were and stables, things like that. But I've not read people's names because to see if it comes up.
yeah, I'm sure it's wheat bread.
So, I
Just take a
mean,
look at that. Is it wheat bread?
We thought.
On the. I'll be back in a second. The light's not very good. So it's on this wall here. Oh, Whitworth's son and nephew, not Whitbread, Whitworth. What's the name? Do you have any name of here? Okay. So Mr. Whitworth's. Whitworth's son and nephew limited. Catching for the public first minute. What's his brewers, wine, spirits? So it's Whitworth's, not Whitbread. The wrong thing. T. Jessup Terminal phone. See there's any names here. Guinness Stout. Whitworth, son and nephew. It was called Whitworth. Whitworth, son and nephew. That's Whitworth. Mr. Whitworth,
Okay.
son and nephew. That at the brewery up here. They're still going on, the Whitworths. Sure, I've seen that name. It pops Whitworths.
Signals gone right.
Yeah, my signal would crap as well.
Right, earlier.
Yeah, it seems to come and go.
Love the building, love the rooms,
Mm,
love the staircase.
Yeah.
yeah,
Me and Marianne are having a craft room in that
Yeah.
parlour room.
yeah.
Definitely.
Well, what do you call it?
We've moved in.
That with that staircase.
Yeah.
And my phone's going to run out anyway.
Yeah, but I really like that staircase. It's really nice.
Yeah.
We didn't